Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading for no contact. Okay, so we're going to be looking at essentially if this person is going to contact you, when that's going to be, and also feelings, thoughts. We're going to be using some messages, so I'm going to be using some envelopes as well, like envelope messages, which are rather cute. We're also going to dive. We're also going to be diving into, there we go, some charms as well, which I'm really excited about for each of the readings. And also, of course, we've got the messages from the cards as well, which again, very, very excited about. So I just want to say as well, this topic is one where I do feel a lot of you may feel a lot of heaviness in your heart. I can already feel it. So with topics like this, I want to say that it's not your fault, okay? If you have no contact with someone, if they have ghosted you, if they have disappeared, or, even if you've pulled no contact because you're sick and tired of whatever it is, that you're going through, I just want to say that you are brave, you are strong, and also if somebody has ghosted you, for example, respect the dead, okay? That's what they say. If someone has ghosted you, respect the dead. Ghosting is also known as a form of emotional. I read a psychology book and it said something along the lines of it's a tactic, right? It's like avoiding conflict. A lot of emotionally unavailable people, they ghost, they disappear, and oftentimes they come back around when they're either lonely or they feel a reason to then bring up contact. It's not good, and I don't want, especially for those of you that's sitting there and watching this and you have already a heavy heart, I don't want you to sit there thinking, what did I do wrong? Okay, that's not the point. If you have ghosted someone, you have your own reasonings to do so, all right? But it's just something I want to say is that, there was another quote I read, which is, normal people don't go around destroying other people. Communication is one of the biggest aspects of any kind of relationship, be it friendships, family, wise. Also being passive aggressive is also a form of emotional torture. So I want you to know all of this before we get started, because I don't want you to sit there and feel so guilty throughout the entire reading at any point. It's not that I'm saying these are going to be negative. We don't know yet, but I want to say that because there's a lot of psychology that also goes behind people that either you do no contact for a reason, or people that literally disappear. All right, so we've got this beautiful telephone as well. We've got here 1, 2, and 3. These are your groups. Timestamps are in the description box below. Do check those out. Also, I'm going to be doing the live shuffling on camera. I also want to mention as well, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, it's all in the description box below, so do check that out as well if you are interested. And so free reading giveaway in the description box below, private paid reading information also in the description box below. I do them within 24 to 48 hours, and then also intention bracelets, which are handmade by me and they're on my Etsy store. They're also in the description box below as well. There's so many different ones, so do check those out as well. They are indeed very, very special, so I highly recommend them. And also they're meditated with, they're sage, the review section is on that as well. So yes, that is pretty much what we do have, and we're going to see what's coming through for your reading. So let's get started. Okay, so start first of all with group number 1, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these away since I'm doing everything live on camera. So I need the rest of the cards. Alright, group number 1, let's have a look and see what's coming through for your no contact message. I'm actually going to be shuffling live on camera, so what I'm going to do is I've actually taken all of the cards and put them back together as well. Okay, and we're going to see what is coming through. So we've got Oracle, we've got here some external messages, and then I'm also going to be getting the time frame. We've also got charms and also messages as well. So got these little cute little envelopes with your messages, which we'll go through after I have pulled the cards. So let's start first of all with an oracle card. So what we're looking into question-wise, there's quite a bit. We're looking into whether there's going to be contact. We're looking at their thoughts and their feelings towards you, and also the when as well. Okay, so let's start with the oracle card first. Okay, got 2. Right, cool. So, what I can see here is the telephone. Let's just push it back a little bit. We've got here inspiration and courage. All right, look at this. You know, you just got this sort of hand going to the heart. To me, this is very courageous. I just want to say that you are courageous. I will say with this contact as well, is that if you are the one that triggered no contact, for example, you are courageous. You know, you are trying to do something for yourself. I also see this as a card of healing. I do feel that this no contact period was sort of brought in by the universe. It was like the divine, you know, it's the divine's hand at work trying to do this so that you can heal, so that you can find inspiration and courage to do things that perhaps you weren't really able to do when this person was sort of around your vision. You know, perhaps you spent so much time thinking about them or communicating with them to the point where perhaps, you know, you weren't able to focus on all these other things. So this has happened for a reason, okay? A very, very strong reason. Also, let's just pull this back a little bit. Okay, so inspiration and courage. And then we've also got here as well, these are sort of messages for you. So we've got here prosperity and abundance. So you can see this woman here chilling, you know, with a glass of wine, with a little sweet treat, whether you drink or not, okay, this is about indulging in the way that is appropriate for you, okay, however that may be. And this is about enjoying the outdoors, enjoying the little things. So these are also messages for you that I'm really picking up on to sort of kickstart this reading, where it's showing, you know, do things for yourself, look after yourself. Self-love is just incredible. I know that from time to time you will most likely miss this person, but this is about you and putting yourself first. And probably you're so sick and tired of hearing that. You're like, I don't really want to care. You know, I don't care. I want to know what this person is thinking, doing, missing, you know, what is going on there. So we'll get onto that, but this prosperity and abundance here is actually showing that you will get some form of abundance here. I really feel that the more energy you put into yourself, the more something may come through here, and it's almost like you have to focus on yourself first for there to be this particular big change and that transformation here. Okay, so let's see how they feel about you and why no contact. So it says here, I'm being subliminal with how I feel about you. Okay. Let's see what else we have. I feel like the two of you probably have some form of a spiritual connection, whether you're soulmate, twin flames, because I feel like they can pick up on your energy. And I really also feel as well, on the flip side, is the more that you kind of think about them, the more they're kind of just doing their own thing. Whereas the more you put energy and focus and love into yourself, the more they are thinking about you, they're feeling a lot towards you. Let's see if we can get a specific. So it says, even though we're not together, I just can't see myself letting you go. So they're having trouble. They're having trouble. The more you feel like this, the more they are struggling. And I know that seems really crazy because you would want this person to ideally, you know, come to you when you are crying, when you are upset, when you are really wanting them, right? Or when you at least feel like you should come to me right now. No, it's almost as though they feel this as soon as they feel like you are the one actually moving on, moving forward, letting go, progressing, which is interesting, you know. So even though the two of you are not together, they just can't seem to sort of let go of your energy from their spirit. I guess this is also part of the spiritual connection at play. got here, you really have been by my side. I see that. I do cherish you for that. It seems to me like they're starting to really understand what they did wrong. See. Because you see, a relationship is two-sided. The thing is, even if you were the one that triggered no contact, for example, because people do it, you know, relationship is two sides, and there must have been something that triggered you to do it. So I'm just saying, okay, whether you did it, whether they did it, obviously something happened, and this connection was not perfect. Otherwise, it wouldn't have happened this way, okay? So they are understanding that you have been by their side. You have done a lot. You have put a lot of time and effort, and for some of you, even money, into making this work. And they're realizing that, whoa, you did so much. And if you could do so much for me, I wonder how much you could do for someone else. You see, they can't let you go. They're now starting to come to the conclusion, what if you put this much time, this much effort, this much love into someone else? That is a very, very difficult thought to digest. I'm just saying that's a very, very difficult thought for them to digest. Because I do feel that this person was perhaps unappreciative of the efforts that you put in. Perhaps they were very, very unappreciative of how much you actually did for them. And they're now starting to realize that. You are the abundance, not them. Okay? You are the prosperity. You are the sort of water to the flower. The flower cannot grow without water. You are that nourishment, right? So what I'm seeing here is that they're starting to realize that actually I wasn't, you know, that they weren't the problem. You weren't the problem. They were, okay? The reason that everything was going wrong was because they refused to be watered, okay? It says here, don't focus on who wants me. I want you. So some of you might be thinking, okay, you know, if they're in a rebound, you might be thinking, okay, what if they found someone else? What if they're out and about with someone else, dating someone else, you know, doing, that sounds really wrong, but, you know, with someone else, doing things with someone else. They're literally saying here, don't focus on that because they want you. There's a very strong message here of them wanting you through these cards. Not all of these messages, by the way, are about that, so I'm just, you know, saying. But it's very, very, very significant that they obviously very, very deeply do feel a lot towards you. Let's continue. Oh, sorry, we're going with tarot. Hold on a second. I even have the tarot cards right here. Okay, so we're pulling 3 tarot cards. The Devil. Okay, so this person can be a little bit manipulative, just in how they sort of want to control the narrative. They may want to seem like they have the upper hand. Okay, you see this sort of power struggle that's happening. Oftentimes when people get rejected, they want their power back. Okay, so that's why you see when people get rejected, they feel so down. They feel so upset. They feel like, oh my God, you know, who are you to reject me? This happens also in career environments and situations as well. So the Devil here is showing that they want the upper hand. They want to feel like the one that has power. I also feel at this particular point in time is that they want to, you know, have that upper hand where they can sort of take their time, do things their own way, and come to you when they want to. So the Devil here is just showing that they want things to work in their way, and that's why you see a little bit of inflexibility, if that makes sense. You've also got here the Page of Wands. And you've also got, let's see what else we have, the Two of Cups. Oh my gosh, that just like flipped over in the deck. So we've got Two of Cups and the Page of Wands. So Two of Cups here shows that contact will happen because the Page of Wands here shows a message, okay, or a messenger. It could also be that this person goes through their friends, your friends, or perhaps you have mutual friends, and tries to find your contact if you have blocked them pretty much everywhere. They will find a way, okay? There are so many ways to have contact with someone that don't just include social media and telephone numbers. Sometimes you know where a person lives, okay, so that's another thing. Sometimes you have mutual friends, or they could know some of your friends, or they could have contact with your family. There are, so many ways. And if you are saying, well, Moonlight, we only ever really had contact through social media, I'm telling you, okay, people could make a fake profile and try to add you as a friend or try to message you through that. Like, don't be fooled, okay? There are so many ways. If someone really cares and wants to make contact and they're that desperate for it, trust me when I say where there is a will, there is a way. Even if you've blocked them everywhere, or even if they have blocked you, okay? Miracles happen every single day. I'm just saying the Two of Cups here shows contact. So I'm going to tell you, okay? I see contact happening. You might not see it happening. I definitely do see it happening. Turn up the brightness. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so let's have a look at sort of the charms and also the messages as well. I'm just going to get the tray and just put it right here. Let's go with some of these charms. I've got some different charms, so bear with me. Okay, and let's go with some messages. So we've got here this one first. Can you give me some time? Okay, so they just need a little bit of time, and we'll also get onto the time frame in a second. So we've got here, I choose you. So a message that we have seen here as well is that, don't focus on who wants me, I want you. Okay, so this person chooses you here, and I do see contact. It says here, please take care of yourself. Okay, so they want you to take care of yourself. Oh, interesting actually. Some of you might not be eating very well. You've got a spoon, a little mini spoon. Okay, so take care of yourself with that little spoon. Make sure you're treating your body right. You're taking care of yourself. You're looking after yourself. You're not putting too much strain in that sense. You might be really upset. This spoon here is about taking care of yourself, feeding yourself. We've got here, just give me some time. Again, another card message about time. Okay, we've got here, I'm sorry that things are hard. So there's kind of like an apology here that we're picking up on. I'm thinking of getting back together, which we sort of saw here as well. They just can't seem to let you go. So they are pondering upon that, or at least, trying to revive the connection. And then we've got here maybe. Okay, so it's between a yes and a no, but I do feel that it's a yes. So it's not exactly a no, because there are some messages that have no's specifically written on them. So you've got that spoon, which is quite interesting. This is also like a silver spoon, okay? You may feel like sometimes they're a little bit self-centered. They come across like, everything should be their way. I wouldn't be surprised, okay, if this person is someone that has quite a bit of an ego, okay, because the silver spoon kind of energy is coming through. You've got here a cloud as well, so this is sort of you wishing, dreaming, wanting it to happen. I do feel that they dream about you, so it's just something to also keep in mind. You may also, in vice versa, be dreaming about them. We've got here the owl, so the owl is very, very wise. Okay, very, very wise. There's a wise energy coming through. They feel like the wise thing here is returning to you and trying to rekindle things. We've got here a crown as well. Trust me when I say they know your worth and they know your value. It's just they may pretend like it's a different situation. This is also about wanting power as well. So just want you to know that this crown can also be them wanting power, wanting things their way. So it's almost like they know your value, but they also want to hold power. Again, with that sort of devil energy. We've got here love as well. So something tells me there is going to be I feel like a reunion, or a reconciliation. You've got the flower here as well. Okay, so they feel like, they're a flower. That's what their ego tells them. You are the water. Okay, and without you, they seem to not grow and they seem to not do their best. Oh, speaking of the best, we've got here, you're the best. See? They can't let you go. We've got a rocking horse as well. Now that could mean something quite significant for some of you. Perhaps it indicates children. It can also indicate fun. But what I see here is that they're going back and forth in the same place, like they're not able to move forward, okay? So, you know, it says here, don't focus on who wants me. That to me tells me that they're not able to move forward from you. They find it very, very hard to let go of you. And no matter who else they come across, they're stuck in the same position, okay? This horse here, this little horsey, it's not going anywhere. It just keeps going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They're not able to just be free and move forward. So that's the rocking horse there. They have a very hard time letting go of this connection and moving forward. The dog here is loyalty, okay? So they definitely feel a sense of loyalty towards you, and they just feel that you have been so loyal. A lot of these charms are working both ways, you know, where the crown is them wanting power over the situation, wanting to contact you when they want to contact you, or wanting to reach out to you when they want to, but at the same time they know your value, okay? So that's also coming through there. Now this particular charm here is like a little kitty cat or a tiger. Regardless, it's a cat energy, okay? So this is also about sort of, you know, wanting to do things their own way and wanting to sort of just do it how they want to, you know what I mean? We've also got here another cat as well. So, you know, got this cat energy that's really coming through quite strong. You know what I just saw here, like Tiger King? I'm just saying, okay, it could be something to do with that documentary. Maybe you watched it together, I don't know. But, you know, you've got here another cat. So this is also about sort of rest. But, you know, the cat energy is about personality as well. Like they know that you're very unique, you're very different. And, you know, no matter where they search for it, they're not going to find it anywhere else. And you've got here, live in the moment, okay? So take care of yourself. I think that's really important. Live in the moment, take care of yourself. And even though this person's not around you right now, make the most of that sort of healing and being able to do things, pick up other hobbies, those kinds of things as well. So let's see. Time frame. Oh, there it is. It says hours from now. Okay. Some of you might be getting a message hours from now, which I think is very, very interesting. So they could literally message you hours from watching this reading. But I want to get another message just in case for some of you it is not hours from now, because obviously that's quite specific to some of you. But for others of you, I do think that it could take a little bit longer. Okay, and the other message here is 5 days. Okay, so yeah, we've got hours from now and 5 days. So I'm just saying, okay, there's possibility there, because I know that for some of you it may not be necessarily hours from now. They just need a little bit more time to think on things, but it's not too far away. And you can see that here in the messages as well, is that it's not too far away. So this is a timeless reading from whenever you click on it, okay, and that is that is your reading. So that is what we have. Okay, so I'm just going to take these away. Now, if this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, of course intention items which are on Etsy. I do want to say with the time frame as well is that the more you're fixated on the time frame and the more you kind of go from focusing on this to then suddenly focusing more on them, the time frame can get delayed. Okay, so that is something to mention, because again, there's a spiritual energy between the two of you. The more you're focused on yourself, the more likely the time frame can come together on time. You know what I mean? So it's just something to keep in mind as well. Okay, let's take these away. Alright, group number 2, let's have a look and see what's coming through for no contact, messages for them, messages for you from the spirit guides. Also got charms as well as little mini envelope messages, which I'm really excited about. So charms, envelope messages, we've got here also tarot, oracle cards, and the time frame, which we're going to look into, which is quite exciting. So let's get started first of all with some oracle messages for you from your spirit guides. I think that this is, of course, important. So let's see. I can sense a lot of heavy hearts out there. So I really wanted to pull an oracle card for you because I think it's important. Okay, so let's see. Well, I'm going to aim for one oracle card, but we'll see what's coming through. Or maybe two. Okay, so we've got here meditation for clarity. Some of you may find your answers through meditation. Some of you might also be on that sort of part of YouTube where it says, you know, manifest a message from your person, manifest a phone call, manifest a text message. Some of you may have done that and you may have then stumbled upon this video or There's a lot of those kinds of meditations actually on YouTube, and what it does is that, you know, it's a video where it says, you know, manifest a text message, and then there'll be a person that takes you through like this guided meditation. It's interesting here because that meditation can lead you to get contact with this person, believe it or not. So I'm just saying, okay, it can bring you clarity somehow and in some way. I'm just saying. I am going to pull another one. And also, this is about yourself as well, okay? So this is not just about meditating for the purpose of getting this contact and for this person. It's also about meditating yourself as well and disconnecting your mind as much as you possibly can, because that's where, again, a lot of clarity comes from. That's where your thought process comes from as well. You know, and what it is that suits you, what is right for you, okay? So again, you've got a very similar message. This is pretty amazing, because a lot of the other messages, you know, in this deck are a little bit different, but you've got here is sort of ground and center. So you've got these grounding and centering messages. What I will say is that the more you sort of disconnect from this entire situation, which I know sounds really crazy, and it's like, Moonlight, really? Like, you're telling me to disconnect from this situation? It's true. The more you focus on yourself and the less you focus on this person and the less you focus on having no contact, not only the better will you feel with time, but also the more you are detached from this person. The more you are detached, the more they will feel the energy spiritually to reach out to you. That's why when you sort of take, you know, 5 minutes out of your day to meditate or to recuperate or whatever it is, you will find that they could reach out, okay? It's something that happens spiritually. The more you focus on yourself, the more they can feel a little bit like, whoa, where's all that energy going? Energy, you know, gone that was coming to me. So it's just something to be aware of. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so yeah, meditation for yourself, grounding, centering, you know, just feeling at one with yourself can really help. Okay, so let's have a look into these no contact messages. See what the person is thinking and feeling and being. Got that message as well. It says here, I have inner child wounds. Okay, so this is quite specific. This means they could have abandonment issues, they could have emotional unavailability, they could be hiding away from conflict and not wanting to address things. I don't want to make excuses for this, but I will say, you know, your inner child and how you grow up definitely does affect love, you know, it really, really does. And this person for sure has a lot of, I think, trauma from their childhood where they were perhaps not given as much love as they wanted, or they were just not raised perhaps in a way where they were allowed to feel their emotions and be open and honest and communicative. Instead, they sort of run away from that because it's easier to not address it. So I do feel that this person here has inner child wounds, and that is one of the reasons why they find it hard to sort of communicate properly with you, you know, and that is something that we're seeing here. It says, you've really been by my side. I see that. I do cherish you for that. This person here knows that you have done a lot for them and that you have been there, okay? It's just that they just don't feel like they can deal with all of this at this very point in time. They run away from it. They're not addressing it. They're not being sort of true to themselves in that sense. And I definitely do feel here that they have seen just how much you have been there. They have seen just how much you have done. And that you have opened them up to a new perspective, you know, in this world. You have done so much and you have given so much as well. So I think you should be proud of just how much you have done. I do also feel here in regards to contact is that one of the reasons why they're sort of shying away from contact is mainly because they feel like that it's going to trigger their wounds, you know, which, to be honest, only they can work through. But especially, say for example, this person is emotionally unavailable and they don't like to talk about their feelings and their thoughts because it triggers them, and they just, you know, it's too much for them. They can't look at that, and they bury their head in the sand and they run away from anything that could be emotional or talking about feelings. Then what I am seeing here is that, yes, deep down they acknowledge it, but then they cover it all with sort of ego and pride. So I do feel that this person really has a lot of issues personally, and only they can work through these. So please don't blame yourself like, oh, what have I done wrong? You know, this really does stem from within themselves and the stuff that they have had to deal with growing up. So we've got some other messages here. It says, I'm done from running from this connection. So I do feel that they're going to have some form of an awakening where they're going to realize like, oh my God, I need to stop running away. Like I am the reason that all of this is happening. And then we've also got here, I hold back because I don't want to be rejected. Again, that's the inner child wound. You will find a lot of people that have abandonment issues that will sort of run away. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. To have abandonment issues and to be the ones that run away themselves, it's a thing. Some people will run away first just so that you won't reject them first. It happens all the time, okay? Some people will ghost you first so that you won't do it first. And that's all in their head. And it's all to do with these inner child wounds, okay? Holding back because they don't want to be rejected. Not telling you their true feelings because, again, they don't want to be rejected. No matter how much you may confess to them, like, I will not reject you, I won't do this, I won't do that, they will still somehow find a way to run. But it also says here, I'm done from running away from this connection. Okay, so I do feel at some point they will come towards you and be like, you know what, I'm sorry for what I did. I just have my own issues. I'm trying to deal with them as best as I possibly can. That shows me here that they will have contact with you, but they also have issues, okay? So I'm saying here that they will have contact with you, but in terms of reconciliation, the hopes, okay, keep your hopes down a little bit because they do have things that they need to work through, okay? So contact, yes. Reunion, reconciliation, we still need to look into that if it would happen. Okay, so it says here, I'm feeling the consequences of my choices and actions. So they know that this is causing them problems, okay? Because I feel like this has caused them problems in other areas of their life as well. Could be career, that they have also struggled with. Can also be friendships, okay? Where they just go towards people who are, what do you call it? They go towards people who are perhaps, you know, just, you know, not very ambitious, or going towards people who don't really have much going on for themselves, people that are unemotional, so people that match them in that sense, and they're not real friendships. You know, they realize, wow, actually, you know, these are not real friends. These are not the right people I should be hanging around with. So they could have also dealt with this in other areas of their life as well. So, you know, even with their career, they could have chosen a career that actually doesn't suit them, serve them, give them any ambition or anything. I feel like the main thing here for you is to ground and center yourself, for you to take care of yourself, and for you to know that this person does have issues and they need to work through these by themselves, okay? Yes, it says here, you know, that they're done running from this connection, but they still have a lot of things that they need to work through. And they can say that one second and then they can bury their head in the sand the next, okay? So let's go with tarot and see what's coming through. Gosh, I'm really sorry, you know, that you have to deal with this entire situation. If anything, I think what's really important here is to take care of yourself. There was a video that I saw from the School of Life's YouTube channel, and if you type in School of Life into YouTube with, I think it was Moving On, so School of Life Moving On, if you just type that in, you will find a video of like letting go. And if you watch the last 30 seconds, I think you should actually watch that entire video. It highlights this inner wound energy a lot, and I feel a lot of you will resonate with that particular video. I will leave it in the description box of my video. So I genuinely think you should watch that School of Life video. It's like 3 minutes long, okay? And if you've stuck by this reading so far, I'm sure you have 3 minutes in your day to watch that video. It will indicate and show you exactly why people have these inner child wounds, why people run away. And also, the last 20 seconds is very, very powerful, okay? Very, very powerful. So yeah, that video, I'm going to write it down actually, just so that I know that I should upload it. That channel actually is amazing, you know, amazing for understanding people and situations in life. So there's a card that just fell on the floor. Let's aim for 3. Okay, since there's one on the floor already, this is fine. Yeah, okay, so 3 of Pentacles is them acknowledging that they have to put in work, along with this 8 of Pentacles as well. Some of them may be also very fixated and very busy on work or with work, so they might be finding it really hard right now to focus on matters of love and of the heart because they're just focusing on work so much. So Eight of Pentacles here is hard work, okay? They feel like this connection would take a lot of hard work. What they don't realize is that actually it's all in their head in that sense. Like everything takes hard work, but just trying to always find the easy way and the easy way out of things is not going to give you fulfillment in life, and that's something they're going to realize, okay? Seven of Wands. It's a little bit like, I mean, I don't want to offend some of you, but they are a little bit like a child, you know. They want things easy. It's like a toy. Like once they get bored of it, like, let me just throw it out the pram. You know, life doesn't work like that, and because they do have these inner child wounds, they just feel like, oh, you know, I'll just go for the easy thing. That's what's going to make me feel better, you know. I'll just go for the easier option. I won't address my feelings because that's just easier, you know, to not address my feelings. I'll just do something else. So yeah, a lot of them here are finding that they would have to be very equal and mutual and talk to you about feelings and thoughts and everything. They feel like that's a lot of hard work. So they do have a lot of work to do. And, you know, it shows here that they're struggling. They have their own challenges and their own battles to face and to deal with. So yes, that's what we've got in terms of their thoughts and their feelings and what they're doing, and, you know, that kind of overview in that sense, and also the messages for you as well. Because the thing is, right, I could give you these messages, but then I do feel that without these messages, you can feel a little bit like, oh, you know, what do I do? What do I do now? What do I do with that? You know, am I supposed to feel really bad that this person is doing all of this? Well, I will say it's not your responsibility, right, to point all of this out to them. That's up to them to learn on it, you know, and this is your bit. This is what you should do. Okay, so that's what we've got there. So let's have a look at some charms and also some envelope messages. Okay, it's interesting. Got here, please take care of yourself. I feel like that's something that they would want you to do, is for you to take care of yourself. Also, sorry, my stomach is rumbling. We've got a definitely here. So something points me that there will be contact. There's so much I want to say. Okay, so there's a lot here that they will want to say eventually. I feel like it might take some time because they're really focusing here on sort of career or other related activities. It says here, love you. Okay. Love you, which was, by the way, it was like this, intertwined with I need space. So it's almost like they love you, but then they're like, I need space. Whew, gosh, you know, I got a lot of messages here. See, they're holding back. At the same time, they feel like they're done running from it, and then they're holding back. They're very hot and cold. Okay, let's work on this. Okay, so 1 second they need space. The next second they love you. And then they want to work on things and then miss you as well. Okay, so they do care towards you. They do like you. They do have those feelings towards you, but they go back and forth, you know, very, very hot and cold energies that we're picking up on. Let's go with charms, and then I'll also give you the time frame as well. Got a lot of them, so let's see. Okay, so it's just gone underneath. Let's grab that. Okay, so this one here says make a wish, make a wish, make a wish, and it keeps saying success, 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 success. Do you know what? This is, again, a very interesting energy that goes with sort of meditation for clarity. It also goes with this ground and center energy as well. Make a wish. If you see a star, if you see a shooting star, make a wish. Okay, that's a form of manifestation as well. This is also about yourself. And what I would say is make a wish is also about sort of like, you know, it says here success, success. So to me, I feel like you are going to have contact with this person because it says definitely. And also, I'll give you the time frame as well, since we are seeing a yes. If we see a no, then obviously I'd be like, okay, well, I don't really see it, but, you know, for those of you that, you know, really want a time frame, I'd give it to you. But yeah, since we're seeing a yes, we'll definitely pull a time frame. You've got here, like, either a tortoise or a turtle, but you got two of them. That's crazy. I feel like this person is really slow, okay, like really slow. They can take a very long time to make a decision, and they can sometimes just be also following the crowd. Like, that's kind of energy that I'm getting here. So it's just something that I want to say here is that they can be very, very slow. They can follow the crowd. We do see here success, so I do see them reaching out to you. We've got a sailboat as well. That could mean something quite personal to some of you. But with this sailboat, I do see them sort of like your ships coming in. you know, that kind of energy, your ship's coming in. We've also got here the fish as well. This is like them going with the flow, sort of doing their own thing, which we see here with this pentacle energy. This is also Pisces as well. So for some of you, might resonate on a deeper level. You might be a Pisces, they might be a Pisces, some kind of Pisces energy. You've also got Libra energy. Now, if the star signs don't resonate, don't worry, okay? Don't like be like, oh my God, but we're not, you know? That's fine. It's more so like going with the flow. This is also about balance, okay? They want to come to you when they feel balanced, when they don't feel like they're dealing with all of these like inner child wounds, and, you know, they're not completely like fixated on all of that. You know, once they feel balanced, once they've got themselves together. You know, this is also Libra energy, so you might be a Libra, they might be a Libra. You may have, you know, Libra in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, for example. Same with the Pisces, but if not, it's okay. It does show here contact. This shows like back and forth. This shows balance, okay? You being ready, the other person being ready. You wanting to have contact, them also contacting. You've got here miracle. So I see here contact again, okay? Because you've got the miracle charm. Oh, with a little, it's got a little star in there as well. A little star cut out. Can you see that? There's something here about stars as well. Perhaps you wished upon a star. This can also be the spirit guide saying, look, you know, everything happens for a reason. Oh my God, actually, do you know what? I saw this earlier on, but I didn't really make much of it. And then we see all of these stars. I feel like the stars here are aligning. Some of you might have seen a shooting star. That's really interesting. You've got 3 stars there. We've got here... This here says love. So we did have, of course, a message which says love you. Some of these are very, very small to actually see, so I do apologise. Okay, so yeah, that goes right there. We got a dolphin here, which is quite interesting. You know, dolphins are very, very smart. Intimacy is also for pleasure with dolphins. That's the other thing. But again, you've got the fish here as well. So to me, I feel like, you know, they're like coming towards you. They're coming towards you. And it's also a sight to see. It's like, wow, it's like something you wouldn't believe. You know, it's like something like, oh my God, like really? Like this person's going to contact me? It's like, it's disbelief. It's like, really? Like, wow, you know. Some of you may not have had contact with this person for a while. You've got here also, I feel like this is a bee. I don't think it's a butterfly, but I think it's a bee. Could be a butterfly. Basically, I just feel like they're coming towards you. You know, they're finally going to spread their wings, come towards you, use their direction, you know, to find you. We've got here, believe in you. Okay. And we've got here, because they really do cherish you, you know, and they see just how much you've been there. You've got this charm with the 2 hearts on it as well. And on the back there's a message. Now this may resonate with some of you and may not with others, but it says a sister is someone to dream, cry, sing and laugh with. And to be honest, I just feel like this is so important. Like you have literally been by this person's side, I feel, in a way that very few people have. Okay? Emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. For some of you, even financially, you have been helping this person, and socially as well. And they really are cherishing that. They're cherishing that and starting to see you as, I mean, I don't want to say that they friend-zoned you or anything, because this person has a lot of love towards you, but they see you as like a family member. Someone, you know, like for example, what a sister would do, you know, or a mother would do. They feel like you're that kind of person, and that's so rare to find. So yeah, someone to dream, cry, sing and laugh with. And perhaps some of you have done that with this person. Interesting. I'm just really fascinated by those stars as well. I feel like the stars are aligning here. So let's have a look and see time frame wise what we've got coming through. Okay, there's something about July. Okay, that's really, really interesting. Now this is a timeless reading, so whenever you are watching it, we have got that message. I feel very drawn to pull another message, interestingly enough. October. You know what's really interesting here? Perhaps something here happened in July and contact comes in October. Or it could be, whenever you're watching this reading, that something happens, okay, contact-wise in any of these months. July and October. All right, so yeah, you know, from when I actually have posted this video, October's not actually that far, but again, this is a timeless reading, so yeah, that's what we've got in terms of the time frames. this is your reading. I hope it really helped you and, you know, allowed you to sort of see what I am also seeing, message-wise, clarity-wise, you know, what we do have. So, yeah, I really, of course, hope that helps you. But this is what we do have. These are the messages. And yeah, so if it resonated, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention items, which are on my Etsy store as well. And yeah, I'm going to move on now to the next group, and definitely do take care, group number 2. All right, bye. Okay, so I'm just gonna. I really like doing this sort of clearing in real time. So, you know, you're here with me. Hello. Okay, so I'm just going to take away these cards. Alrighty. Group number 3. Let's have a look and see. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm actually going to be shuffling all the cards real time, so that's why you haven't got those sort of pile there, because I'm going to be literally shuffling it for you. When I say real time, I mean like, you know, on camera, not actually, I'm actually shuffling as you watch this, because it's a posted video. Okay, so obviously we're going to be looking into no contact, you know, their feelings towards you, messages from the spirit guides, messages also for you as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the oracle message for you. I'm also going to be pulling some tarot cards, a time frame, some messages from them. We've also got the envelopes as well, which have messages, and also I'm going to be doing a charm reading. So got lots to look forward to in this reading. Let me get started with your oracle message. Okay, let's see. Right, let's see. Got here, meditation to dig deep. Do you know what? I really feel like this message here is so significant. Meditation is you disconnecting from your mind. Sometimes when you're thinking so much about someone and sort of, you know, what they have been doing, what they've done, what they've said, what they've not said, you know, there can be a lot of blame, there can be a lot of frustration, there can be a lot of anger, there can be a lot of sadness. When you just disconnect from your mind, you are putting much more energy to yourself, you are taking care of yourself, and I really feel here that for many of you, it is meditation and just disconnecting that can bring you the treasure of contact with this person. It happens a lot of the times where when you're just not thinking about that person, that's when it happens. Believe it or not, I know that it's really crazy, I know that it's insane, but that's usually when it happens. When you are just in your own energy, you're doing your own thing, you're focusing on yourself, you're focusing on your life, that is usually when it happens. And I just feel here like spirit guides are saying, don't do meditation and, you know, all these focusing on your things just for the fact that you want contact. Do it for yourself, you know, do it for you, because that's how it's going to work, essentially. So let's have a look and see what messages we have from this person. Oh my gosh, okay, I've got a lot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the top one. Let's see, so it says here, I regret walking away from you. Okay, so there are some regrets that are going to be kicking in very, very, well, I think they're already kicking in, believe it or not. So I feel like this person really does regret what they have done. I regret walking away from you. And they regret, you know, having no contact as well. We've got here, I've thought about surprising you with a date. Okay, so in their mind, their regrets here are triggering them to do something. It's triggering them to not only come forward, but to have a plan when they come forward. So I think that's very, very interesting here, is that it's not just about them picking up the phone, right, and contacting you and being like, hello. It's about them knowing that they need to do something in order for it to seem real. Sorry, my stomach is rumbling. I do apologise. So not only do I see them contacting you, but they're going to have a lot of deep regret to the point where they know they need to do something about it. They can't just come to you open, you know, without anything. because they know that that's not the way to win you over. The way to win you over is by putting in action. And I think that you deserve no less than that, okay? You deserve someone putting in thought, putting in action, actually telling you their thoughts and their feelings without just being like, hey, I'm here, how are you? What are you up to? What are you doing? Are you seeing anyone? You know what I mean? Like, this is them realizing their mistakes. It says here, telepathically communicate with me. So they can pick up on your energies, which is why I said the more you focus on them, the more they sort of hold back, they take their time. The more you focus on meditation, spirituality, your own goals, your own dreams, your career, your hobby, education, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, the more they are tempted to reach out, the more they regret things, okay? The more you're focused on your own personal treasures and not their treasure, the more they regret this, the more they're trying to make a plan, the more they are trying to make ends meet, make things progress, make things happen, you know what I mean? And telepathically, you might be able to pick up on their energies and their thoughts and their feelings, but if you meditate, you know, you're sort of also thinking about yourself and your body and your breath and looking after you. So let's see what other messages we have here. Ooh. Okay, if you're always thinking about them, then they don't have much room to spiritually be able to have this regret. So it's again something to pick up on. It says here, I have lots of gratitude for you. Oh yeah, they're very thankful here. They're starting to see you as the treasure. If you start to see your own treasure, they will start to see you as the treasure. This is about making them the star of your movie, not being the star of their movie and chasing them, okay? Because if you treat someone like they are, oh my God, you're like, you know, Brad Pitt or, I don't know, Tom Cruise or Ryan Reynolds, or say for example you're male and you're watching this, say for example you're like, oh my God, you're like Rihanna or Beyonce or, let me try and think of someone else, you know, Penelope Cruz, Marilyn Monroe. You will always, if you treat them to that level and you put them on that kind of a pedestal, you will always be treated like a fan. You will always feel like a fan. You know what I mean? So you have to see yourself as that amazing star rather than chasing them like a fan. You know what I mean? Because then spiritually you'll be treated like a fan. So you have to treat yourself like you are the treasure, like you are the diamond, like you are that famous actor who has many fans, okay? You're not one of the fans, you are the actual person. So the more you focus on yourself and how much amazing stuff you have got going on for you, the more they have gratitude for you, the more they're understanding you, the more they're seeing your facets because they're realizing that you are the treasure, the more they regret walking away from you because they really, really do. And they will regret this even more the more you focus on you, right? So it says here, even though we're not together, I just can't see myself letting you go. They're having a very, very difficult time letting you go. They don't want you to walk away. They don't want you to go in the opposite direction. That makes them feel less, okay? So again, take your mindset off of being the fan to being the star. You know what I mean? Because you are special. It says here, I've been subliminal with how I feel about you. I'm being subliminal. Like, there's a lot of telepathic communication here. I feel like the two of you could be soulmates, twin flames, but basically you have to put yourself first in order for them to also come towards you. You have to detach, you know, put yourself in that really strong position of not fearing to lose them. It says here, don't focus on who wants me, I want you. Okay, so that's really important here. They want you, so don't focus on who else might be wanting their attention, wanting their love. You are you. You are the diamond. You are the treasure. Don't focus on who wants them. Don't focus on if you are enough or not, because you are enough. You are amazing. You are the gold. You are the treasure. Okay, so the more you focus on that, the more contact will happen. The more they will come to you with something more significant and more solid, and that I do feel here that they will surprise you with something much more. It could be that you receive something at your home. It could be that they contact you and spill their feelings towards you out of nowhere. Okay, the more you focus on you, the more the spiritual energy aligns to them giving so much more to you and doing a lot more as well. Okay, so let's just get some tarot cards as well here and see what's coming through. Okay, wow, got 3. Okay, so let's see. You got the King of Cups, which is their emotional feelings towards you. See, they're going to spill their emotions towards you. This is about them being emotionally very, very strong. This is about them being like, okay, I realized my mistake. I'm really sorry. I have regrets, true regrets. You know, I'm in a much better place now, and this is them actually confessing their thoughts and their feelings to you. This is a very different reading to group number 1 and 2. I will say that, okay? This is about them being emotionally available, not running in the opposite direction. This is them being very mature about things when they communicate. 8 of Wands, lots of messages, lots of communication, very direct, very upfront, very approachable as well, okay? This is not them calling you and then you having to do all the digging for the answers, you know what I mean? Like, this is you knowing, this is them taking action, this is you having victory, celebration and success because you got the contact, but above that you got the crown, which means they treat you right after the contact, okay? This is about them being a king, okay, whether it's a male or a female, and actually putting in the action towards you as well. This is about them having an epiphany and realizing, oh no, I made a terrible, terrible mistake, I shouldn't have acted so quickly, so you shouldn't have been so hasty about things. And realizing, oh dear, I need to make amends, okay? Because you might have already tried to make amends. Now here they are realizing they need to make amends as well. Okay, so now we're just going to go with the charms and see what's coming through. So also got some messages here as well, so let's go for those first. All right, and the charms as well. Oh, we got a lot. Okay, this is probably the most charms I've ever really got in a reading because they are pretty small, but there's quite a lot of them. So let's see here with the messages. It says, can you give me some time? Okay, so I do feel they need time. And look what we have here. We have the timer. Ooh, okay, so let's just put that right there. We've got here, I'm sorry that things are hard. I need space. Love Bug. My gosh, that Jonas Brothers Love Bug song is now in my head. It's going to be stuck in my head. Love Bug again. Love Bug just means that they've like sort of caught the love bug, you know, they regret things, they have a lot of love towards you, they can't stop thinking about you, they feel really bad about how things have gone between the two of you. It says here, I dream of you. We've got here, I need to treat you right. And we've got yes, okay, so contact is definitely going to happen. I had a feeling it would be the case. Okay, we'll also get you the time frame as well in a little bit. Sorry, I just like went like this, but anyways. I'm just saying, hey, some of you may have caught a glimpse of what was at the bottom of the pile, but we'll get the proper, time frame out. Okay, so basically they need time, okay, and we see it here. They need time. What I would say is do not count down time. Try not to focus on the element of time. Focus on yourself, your time, what you have for you, what you can give to others, what you can do for others. I think that's really, really important, okay? And then you've got here as well, I'm sorry that things are hard. They feel bad that things are so difficult right now, and you can see a lot of regret that's building up. We have yes, we have I need space, because they still need to sort of think about things, and the more you focus on you, the more they're going to have more and more and more regrets to open themselves up. People sometimes need space to actually understand what they have done wrong, to understand how much they're missing out on. Sometimes contact can be a blessing in disguise, okay? And they know here that they need to treat you right. They need to make like a proper plan, okay? They can't just come to you and be like, hey, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work for you. So we've got here, see, this is like that sort of half kissing face. Romantic feelings are definitely there. They dream about you, which I think is interesting. You've got the butterfly here, which is about transformation. So we see that here with the King of Cups, okay? They're going to transform and be much, much more open towards you, much more progressive towards you here. You've got the seahorse as well. Okay, I think this is also about sort of that emotional feeling as well that they have, which they're not running away from. Okay, they're fully immersed around that water, around that emotional energy. We've also got here a fish as well. Okay, it could be that maybe this person is a Pisces or a Cancer or a Scorpio energy. You've also got Pisces with a fish here, What I will say is that if you haven't got any of those signs in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, this also does here, or perhaps they don't have any of that in their signs as well. It basically just goes to show emotional awareness, self-awareness, emotional availability, and also them going with the flow of their feelings rather than resisting. Okay, they're going with the flow. We've also got here again them feeling a lot of intimacy and those sort of warm feelings towards you. So, you know, that love is really connecting them to you. Again, that love bug energy. We've got here the rose quartz crystal. This is quite significant because it here shows them healing, and it shows you healing as well. You're really focusing on yourself. They're understanding much more of their mistakes. The more sometimes people heal, the more they realize, like, oh my God, I did this, I did this, I did this. Okay, you've also got here the eye. This is about awareness, okay? Again, self-awareness, them understanding what they've done wrong, opening up their eyes. You've got here a family's love is forever. They're really feeling like you are like family, okay? And for some of you, you might literally be like that. You know, it says here, yeah, a family is a circle of love. It just keeps going round and around. They're really feeling that towards you for sure. They're really feeling like you are family, you know, you are. And oftentimes they say a partner is like, you know, is like family, or, you know, romantically, you know, that person becomes your family. So we've got that there. You've got a horse here as well. Like, this is like the Knight of, oh my God, this is like the Knight of Cups. If anyone has seen the Knight of Cups card, the horse is in exactly this position with its leg, this one, slightly lifted. So this is like the Knight of Cups energy, like they're slowly progressing towards you with emotion and feeling. We've got here sort of like a tool as well. So I really feel here that they want to work on things and they want to make things right. Okay, this is about them wanting to fix things. We've got here this is like wheat and harvest. Okay, they really want to work hard to make things happen. We've got here an angel, actually. Let's have a look at this. Oh my God, this is like the angel in the judgment card. You know, like making decisions, transformation, change. You've also got here another angel, and it says here, angels watching over me. So your angels and your guides are watching over you. They are trying to help you, and I feel like they're trying to make this connection come together so that this person is strong and able before they come to you, not just random, okay, and half in, half out. Your angels and your guides are definitely protecting you here. They're protecting this connection. Pray to them, ask them for advice, ask them for feedback. Like, they're really trying. See, this person wants to commit to you to a higher level. Like, they really understand your value here. You've got a cap as well. This could have personal meaning to you. Okay, maybe this person loves to wear caps. There's something about a cap here, okay, that's really coming through. This is also about, like, sort of, you know, covering your head, like not wanting to be seen kind of vibe. Could be that they're hiding. Got here a rhino. Now this, you know, obviously this can mean something quite specific. All I remember with rhinos is that you have to be really, really still and not really show off, you know, your emotions, your movement too much. And to be honest, with no contact, it's like, you know, things are stuck. There's no movement. You can't sense the other person's emotions. They can't see your emotion necessarily. So it's that kind of vibe, you know, where it's kind of like a game. But in the end, if you are just doing your own thing and not really, you know, showing them too much emotion, you're just being you, in the end, you in the game, the rhino doesn't hurt you. You know what I mean? You've also got the yin and yang energy. This is about mutual harmony, balance, and flow. So again, there is this, you know, spiritual connection between the two of you. It's like they want to make things balanced. You've got here the tennis rackets. Could be badminton, actually, to be honest. I think it's more tennis. That could mean something here. This is also about partnership, okay? This is also about, like, a game. The two of you may have been playing games, but now you're like, no, I don't want to play games. And this is actually about making things, you know, harmonious. You've got the shell here. It could be something to do with a beach. Got another seahorse. Okay, I'm just saying there are some seahorses here. We've got a lot of, like, sea-themed charms. We've got the dolphin as well. You know, sense of freedom. Something to do with a beach. You've got the peace sign as well. You know, they want to make peace here. You've also got here the tree. Okay, so this is like the tree of life. This is about family trees as well. You know, and you becoming a part of that. Got here the flamingo. Very, very beautiful. You know, stand tall, stand bright, like a flamingo. You have a lot going for you in that sense. You've got the clover as well. This is like half, okay? So it's like half the abundance. You feel like, oh, I feel like we're half there. You know, that's what you can feel like. But the flamingo is really about like beauty and attraction as well. Then you've also got here, this is like a drill, right? A drill, again, wanting to fix things. And you've also got the wine glass. This is like celebration, okay? So I do feel that you're going to get contact with this person. Wow, we had a lot of charms. I was really not expecting, you know, that many charms here, but that's what we've got. Let's see, messages. Okay, this is the time frame. I've got two. There's two here that have come out. One is April and the other one is November. What I think is really interesting about this is that is what we have. That is what we have. We have 2 months here, and in my time frames I always have like weeks, you know, the amount of weeks, I have amount of days, but we got the months, which I think is really interesting. So there's something about April, something about November. Remember, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you're watching this, take that into account. But yeah, that's essentially what we have. We have November, we have April, so those are the two that came out. There could be also significant things that happened on these particular months as well, so it's just something to bear in mind as well. So yeah, that is what we have. So group number 3, this is your reading. I really hope that it helped. I hope it gives you tons of information, clarity, knowledge, you know, really helps you in your path as well. And do comment down below if it resonates, like this video if you would like to. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, pre-reading giveaway, and of course my intention items, which are on Etsy as well. And do take care as well.